on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of the May regular meeting minutes.
I mean, I did them. Did anybody else review them by any chance?
Yes.
I reviewed them, what did it?
I've reviewed the May regular meeting minutes. I'd like to make a motion to approve.
I second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Next item on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of the October through May financial reports.
Okay, so Brenda emailed me the budget versus actuals up to May of 2025. There was not really much that she had passed on for me to you guys, other than she feels comfortable in the way that we're going with the budget. Pretty happy about it. So for the gross profit, the actual is at 1.6, right, to the budgeted amount of the 2.2. We've only received, we're about 95% with the property tax, and on the sales tax, we're at 67%. No, not at all. One thing that does not reflect on here yet, because I had made that deposit this month, was the sale of the engine for $70,000. So that will show up in next month's budget versus actuals. There is a couple of line items at the operational level that we have kind of exceeded. I think that we've kind of discussed those already due to the repairs and maintenance of vehicles. One example would be line item. Yes, 6302. Part of that as well has to do with with budgeting and things like that, the issues that we're having. But we're doing really well in the payroll. On 7100, we're at 56% of that we had budgeted. And then of course, past the budget, you have your profit loss. So our gross profit for that month was $125,042.77. And then it's 112. Yeah, there you go. So, and then of course the reconciliation report is attached to that. She did give me. 42 to ratify for ACH and debit. And on the very top, Rudy, she says she attached the certified mail that she had paid out of pocket, so it's there. But she added it to her invoice for approval of the invoices. So for the ratification, there's 42, and approval of invoices, there's 31.
Yeah, for that certified, I guess, she mailed Dr. Ogden the check, and they never received it. So, they kept, she kept calling me like every day. They were starting where's their money. So I was asking her, like, why can't we just
No, it's
already
separate.
deposit
Yes, ma'am.
instead of writing the check?
Well, these are the ratifications, yes.
I still haven't heard anything back.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to bring it up, Sherry, to Brenda, like, why can't we do a direct deposit with Dr. Ogden?
It's probably not set up for it.
When can we set it up?
Well, it
It's
would have
only-
to be on
it's
his
only
end.
like bank from bank, right?
It would have to be on his end.
Because
We could ask
Amy,
him.
yeah, Amy, she's like, I prefer you guys to just direct deposit or just, auto pay or whatever. Huh?
Amy is,
I guess it's,
I believe his wife, but
Is
she's
that the
also
wife?
the secretary. Yeah, but
Oh,
that's-
She would
administrative
prefer to do
assistant.
direct deposit?
it should be set up. If she's saying that, it should be able to.
yeah. So when you
Because I
read.
know we do other ones that are direct deposit
Yeah.
from the government, so I know,
Yeah.
I just figured it was on her end, or their end.
So that we don't have to run into this problem again, How many bills do we have for payment?
31. Invoices to approve, yeah.
31 for payment, and then for ratification?
It was
42.
42. Thank you.
And I also gave her an update about the budget workshop. Wait, she was asking about it.
And we'll start back with the 5 p.m. time.
For the next,
Yeah, moving forward, the only reason I couldn't that week is because I had training, and I think we should never change the time. And then I was like, we'll just stick with it this time, since we already signed it.
yeah,
But after that, I agree.
go back to 5.
Yeah.
Is your turn? Post the taxes that we pay.
Some of the expenses associated with I believe it's 40. Yeah, I left it blank because I wasn't too sure.
I'm just wondering if it was about the same as it normally. I suppose you have to keep them together.
Yeah, because you know what, I mean, she had to go from work to go to the post office and take care of it. So they can convenience for her to look at what she get set up. Apple Pay. Cash App.
They don't deposit their checks to a phone.
Huh?
Most of these banks deposit checks. to a
Yeah,
phone.
I know you can deposit checks too. And she's been writing a check in the mail. And the check got lost in the mail. So,
Yes.
Or is this stuff that goes in your
It's supplies that we will, yeah, but it is for,
closet, but
yeah, for restocking, also for the units themselves.
so once we vote you into office, then. It takes a long time.
to me, this is the most time consuming thing.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about any of them, please feel free to ask.
So the essential ones related to, or the, this is the solar one, this is the.
Yeah, no, this was on 1821. Yeah, so this is the one that needs some repairs done before we sold it. Yeah, that one was the one that was sitting at Station 1 for years.
But this is the last that.
Yes,
that-
this is the last of that,
Yeah.
for that truck.
The last invoices.
Is that, email we got recently yesterday?
Yeah,
It's on there?
yeah, it's in here, and that was for the repairs of the poly tank in that truck. Yeah, what's weird is they send them to me, like I get them separate from.
And then they send them again. to everybody?
Yeah, then, yeah.
I always wonder, okay, who's on this email or not, do I need to forward to make sure, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, you know how emails go, it's like, they could have sent it to everybody,
And they
but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So I just
No, it's better to
Yeah.
just send this in case.
This is
You don't know. Okay. Yeah, and I'll take all these to her.
This is a new main chat.
Yeah, we had to get, piping, some piping little brush stroke, light brush stroke. And they finally installed the ice machine. It's up and running.
Check it out, after the budget workshop.
Oh, yeah, I went out there and I went, got some ice real quick.
I need to do that tonight.
It's nice one.
Should've brought a cup.
We have, cabinets for this.
Oh, this was a Yeah. Well, I'll let her know because I had told her and then she said she was gonna handle it. So I'll follow up with her on that.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not good matters, but that's what. No, they're, yeah, these are the ACH reoccurring ones. That's.
It's nice to see all of our new ones.
Stuff like that. Okay, yeah, these are
These are the ACH.
correct. The ones that I have.
ACH bills, they have already picked up, those are part of those that are being ratified.
All the 42.
Do they come out once a week with Universe, or do they
Yep.
come out more often than that?
Once a week, and then if it's a holiday, they'll come out like that. Friday prior.
What if they charge this 37?
It's 2 days.
Because sometimes if we need supplies, that's what we get them from. Like they have a service charge.
Yeah.
I think it's like 12 to just switch out like the mats, the mop heads, things like that. Things like 40 something. The one you said. But if we need like paper towels, toilet paper, hand soap, degreaser, floor, cleaner, then we tell them, hey, we need this, and we'll bring it next week, and then they charge us the rate for that.
Do you guys need an air freshener?
Yeah. You've been there before?
You were gonna say something.
We're trying to keep.
You ready for this?
Send it to
we
PDF.
send it as a PDF from a Word document?
Yeah, exactly.
I have no idea.
I would like to move that we approve the October through May financial reports as provided by the accountant, ratifying 42 bills and approving 31 for payment.
I'll second the motion. Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. To approve 31 invoices and ratify 42. Next item on the agenda is review and discuss the May command report.
Okay, so like usual, I email those out Thursday or Friday prior to the board meeting. Does anybody, we all able to review them? Does anybody have any questions about them?
I mean, you told us most of it already.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got the ISO letter already or not yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting. Once we do receive that ISO rating, then we will make a post in the newspaper, put it on our website, so people can kind of see that and do their thing with their insurance company and stuff like that.
And then, the chief training officer, Bonner, he's on board full-time.
Yes.
What position do you take?
He came over as a full-time employee at that position. As a chief officer of being on shift. So not assistant chief, not just what,
Lieutenant, he's not a
not
lieutenant.
his rank
He's
is
just like a-
chief training
another-
officer. Yeah. Not as assistant chief, not as anything
No,
else other than.
no, just wondering.
Yeah.
Maybe I take in, one of the LT positions that we have vacant.
Say that one, sir?
We have,
No, so it was, we can discuss that in,
private.
yes. I'll give you an update.
Chief, do we ever have, distract me.
You blame me?
We talked about the social media, you know, like maybe once a month posting.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Just like you have here, responded to, where is that?
Like the totals.
35 EMS calls, 33 fire calls for a total of 71. You know, kind of this is what we did this month. Kind of just to show.
Wilson County started doing that, the sheriff's department.
Right,
started doing that on their website.
that's a great idea. They do it like weekly. Of course, they get a bunch of calls on it, so I think most of the people just post up there.
Okay.
And then maybe behind that, just a picture, maybe if you don't have some type of outreach event, you can put the picture behind that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I don't know, something so they can see, oh, okay, well, this is what they did.
We're still really helping once a month, don't we, most of the time?
It's seasonal, but speaking of that, we will be there this Saturday, and then we'll be there again in 2 weeks. So a lot of that stuff is seasonal. We did go to the elementary for their end of day, end of school year deal, yeah. And so like we shared that on our Facebook of what they posted on theirs, in that sense. So, but yes, that's a very good idea. And
And then I seriously think that we should hire another company to take care of our website, so they can do that stuff. So that way, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, it's a lot of work, you know what I mean, trying to go in there and.
Another obstacle, I don't think I brought this up yet, but, so that page was created under our administration. And so as the lead on that page, they give certain people, the ability to post. And so we're trying to find ways to get around it. But the only two people, or three people that have access to do stuff like that is Brayden, Bobby, and Kaylee. Kaylee's to be full-time, just part-time now, and Brayden and Bobby. So I kind of coordinate with them, right, to be like, hey, you know, 2 out of the 3 shifts, I mean, I'll say they're on, right? So I'll coordinate with them, so that's maybe kind of that hurdle, because if I had access to it completely, you know, I'd be in there a day, and I'm gonna find a way to figure it out.
There's no way to change that? Is that okay? Yeah. Either way.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Facebook.
Oh,
okay.
Facebook.
The Facebook page.
Oh.
No, GoDaddy, yes, yeah.
That's
we
what
keep
we were,
going.
we were talking about, because that's.
Oh, are you talking
website.
about the website?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We're
We can
talking
get
about
that.
the website.
For some reason I was thinking Facebook.
Let's go to Facebook.
Well, no, I'm talking about, so what I mentioned was on social media, Facebook, and then Rudy said, hey, we need to look about changing our website.
Right.
What I'm talking about, what you.
Oh, okay, yes,
So
yes.
Facebook, they have some limited.
Correct, because it has the owner, I guess you would say, of the page, the one that created it, and he allows moderators, that's what they're called.
So who's the owner? That's cheap. Can you create your own page?
I tried. Oh, no, we can from scratch, but then we lose all those
Likes?
followers.
Sometimes it's probably better.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been here how long? 7 years?
8, over 8.
So, a long time not having control over it.
Yeah.
No, he's only been the fire chief for a year and a half.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Year
gotcha.
and a
Well,
half.
oh, okay, gotcha.
Then to add to that.
I see, okay.
Then to add to that, that was the issue.
It's probably
It's
just
controlled by
two.
everything.
Yeah, yeah, so you're right, he has on two.
Yeah, just make it
Two
super.
position, two.
You know,
Cut ties.
Even in my position, I probably did training, operations, stuff.
How many followers? Actually, I said I'm probably not able to do it without being kind of dirty about it, right? That's not the real ESD2, this is a real ESD2, so we have some issues, right?
So we can
Yeah.
kind of,
We can always say,
that.
we're going to a new look, or
Yes.
we're moving, or we're, you know what I mean, like the verbiage could be something like that.
Is there a way he would give it to you?
I mean,
He just turned it over to you?
maybe that's,
I wouldn't. We've already, cut ties.
Oh, it was not a good way, okay, yeah.
so I would.
So we can look at Beaver Police Department, they did that, accepted, they're no longer using this website.
This
And this-
platform.
Yeah,
They're
they're,
going to
and they're
this
going to a new
platform.
one.
So, okay, we'll look at it then.
Do you do other things like Instagram or?
Yeah, other Instagram, that I have access to. Yeah, I can.
Tying together some-
Next door neighbor app, is it on that?
Next door neighbor.
Yeah. That I have
I guess
access
so
to.
that you can tie it all together somehow.
Somehow.
I guess, I'm not really.
Yeah.
I think there's a way you can tie them all together.
I'm sure, especially if they're within this, like, so like Instagram,
Well, because I was busy.
Facebook are owned by the same.
Yeah, you just want to brand it in a way that maybe it's a little bit different than the other one, yes.
Yeah, it's just changing it up, because, yeah, Plan A was try to like take that road, but that's not, you know,
Not helping.
But yes, that is a very good idea, and I can, work through graded copy as of now. You know, set something up to do that.
You can do it on the website too, right?
Yeah, we can add them on the website for sure, that's no issue there.
Hey, Chief, one other question about emergent comp.
Yes.
Did you guys get the report?
Did you get the email?
I didn't.
They
You
locked
got it forwarded to me, sir.
Did he, was this in time?
No.
So, let's see. We did get something from Dawn. And I thought we got your money on that.
It's our medical billing company, third party.
Did you have it measured?
No, it just shows what we get paid out from, like when they do EMS transfer.
It's like our, yeah, from our transports.
So, they're due to billing.
So so it's money coming in.
How much?
We've been having problems with that for a while.
30.
Third party medical billing,
Yeah.
Emergicon.
So I know I brought it up before, but can we get somebody else to work on it, or?
We could discuss that too. But I do have, yes.
Because I can help, I mean, as much as they need.
No, the person that I'm thinking of, no, another person has a background in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's an
cool.
employee here, and little by little, they gave him more responsibility.
Oh, okay.
Knocking him out of the park,
Yeah.
and I wanna, move on some things
Yeah.
with that individual.
Okay, good.
But I'll definitely bring it up.
No, awesome, thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Just so that, you know what I mean, especially since we're getting ready to open the other station too, like it'd be nice to at least know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, we have this much that's coming in that we can utilize for the other station and staff too, if we need to, you know, beef up our staff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, if you don't bill it, you don't collect it either, so.
So that's why we have that building coming in. Yeah.
Any more discussion on the bank plan report? Questions? That was just a review and discuss. Move on to the next item on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of repairs to the 2011 Ford F-450 Medic 21.
Yes, so I was able to get 3 quotes as requested. I got one from Ansera Ford here in Floresville for the total of $15,138. And it's all similar to the issues that we were initially quoted for, which from Pruski's was $4,911.45. And then another company, mind you, on the other company, they forgot to take the sales tax out. So just take that into consideration. But here are the 3. They're within hundreds of dollars of each other.
This one for the next one.
No, that's for the engine. So we have another medic unit, not this one, but another one where we have engine issues with. And so when they took it in to get diagnosed, to see what the repairs that were needed, essentially this is what they came back with. And so typical practice is to get like 3 quotes just to kind of see where pricing is and all that.
Who is this one?
Braden was the one that got me this one. Let me go ask him on the company name.
Yeah, and that's, about the warranty on that.
Okay.
Very good.
This is the same thing, was when they had that regulator problem on the doors, it's basically the same thing, or is it something a little bit different? Hmm?
Ridiculous.
I think it's
I don't see that as giving us a discount.
Here's the, this is when we don't.
This is the one that can.
So the other one's Record Automotive, and we would have to call to check on the warranty.
What was wrong with the other one we had in the Dodge? What was the issue?
So initially it was the ERG, it was a deaf issue, for a while, and that's when we got deleted, right? And like a month later, that's when we threw a rod.
And that was a complete rod.
That was a complete new engine.
And this is just the.
This is essentially
Just the assembly.
the assembly and long block.
Right. Cause that one was what, 30? Right, like 35.
Yeah, 35, something like that.
Is that 31? Is that 31 hours? This one gets an hour, 21.
This is just a long block.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna do it to 10 hours quicker than that.
Yeah.
certain hours. that
They got a book that they go by.
Yeah, there's a little bit more, but it's pretty much different, it's like 33% more time this one than this one. Hours a day, so.
Did I see saying about the warranty?
It does come with the warranty that will use. We would,
Which does it say on
It doesn't say on there. I'll have to call and ask.
So this one doesn't include transfer components or tuning the engine.
It doesn't include that.
Does not. Four-wheel drive, which have removal with air conditioning.
How does,
You feel most comfortable with.
Me, personally, I would say Brewski's personally, just from the past experiences that we've had with them on them fixing certain vehicles.
Yes, what you said too.
That's expensive too.
It's expensive.
That's the cheapest one.
Brewski's is.
They want it out cheaper than everybody else.
That's what you
I like
said.
Brewski's.
We use it a lot, right?
Yeah.
I think they warranty the work too.
Yeah, we've used them a
He
lot.
doesn't have any limitations on this, so.
They do honest work, and anytime we ever had issues, they're quick to answer and get us in, to get you things fixed or worked on.
I'm good with Brewski's.
Have a selection criteria we use for Craigslist, or is it just, you're just gonna review it? Or is there like a criteria that we have to follow, or?
For criteria, I mean, one thing we'd like to get multiple quotes in, and then we would see what they're actually saying out there. They all giving us the same work, right, all doing the same thing. And then base it off also relationships we have, we used to before in the past, whether they good work, whether easy to hold up, we have questions or follow up, there's no set criteria. There's two dynamics, how we set, check on it.
I think Brewski's is gonna be more responsive than the other one.
yeah, I would just look and see what the warranty is.
Okay, I'd like to move that we approve, the repairs to the 2011 Ford F-450 Medic 21 using Brewski's, to not exceed the total of $15,000. With any, we'll double check on the
Yes, ma'am.
warranty again, we'll double check on the warranty. Mrs. Sanders, or?
I second.
No, I think as long as it's set up.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed.
Yes, sir.
Next item on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of the budget workshop meeting minutes for June 11th, 2025.
There was nothing really, it was just our meeting. So I'm gonna motion to approve the, budget workshop, but I did wanna discuss our next meeting. Like, we're still good for, it was, July. We have it scheduled for.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, so at 5 PM, everybody's sort of that. It was previously scheduled, but I wanted to make sure. Yeah, at 5 PM.
I'll second Rudy's motion.
I leave the next day for vacation.
Oh, you got vacation.
Well,
Maybe why we did it
I
on
leave the next day.
Tuesday. I think that's why we did, because
I think I said,
Yeah. Schedule on that one's also about an hour, I guess.
So you make the motion for
We first.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Motion is passed. Next
When
up.
you skip one.
Hey, something's different.
Yeah. I got it.
Next item on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of electing Wilson County PSD #2 officer.
I think last month we started all this process with the new commissioners. I think I had the motion before everyone to just put Lonnie in as assistant treasurer, because that was the only open, position that we had at the time, and we let, because of having to go to the bank and getting checks, we have to have the minutes approved next month before we can go in. So whatever we do tonight, we have to wait until they're approved before we can go to the bank and get everything changed. So that was why I had left him on that one,
As the
as the assistant treasurer, but I am fine with if we want to move people around and do whatever we need to do.
Thoughts?
No, I'm good with whatever. I mean, I personally think, if you're okay with it, just put him as the treasurer. Okay. Leave everybody else where we're at, where we're at.
Chris, what do you think? Gives me an issue.
I was a treasurer when that was the second position I had, was the treasurer, and you do a lot of, I did a lot of check signing. It's either the president and vice president, and then the treasurer or assistant treasurer, who's dual signatures on all the checks. Usually I just, if I go to the bank to make a transfer, they only give us so many for free during the year. I think there's 2 during the full year that they will let you have for free, just doing a phone call and authorizing it. So I try to save those for emergency use, or when no one's in town. So usually if we need to transfer funds from the sales tax account to our operating account, I'll just go to the bank. So if I'm not available, South Trust. So it's, and I think you did a lot more. I wasn't in that position for very long. I was assistant treasurer. I think it was a little bit longer. I think you'll be very good at that position. There's a lot of paperwork involved.
You're perfect for that position.
Yeah.
Something else.
I'm too naive to know what I don't know, so.
It's a good place to start.
You want to do the motion?
I move that we approve Wilson County S2 officers. Mr. Nieto will remain as president. Sherry Heatherly is vice president. Rudy Cantu as the secretary. Chris Thundeman as the treasurer and Lonnie as the assistant treasurer.
I'll second that motion. Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is passed. Next item on the agenda, review, discuss, and approval of adding Commissioner Chris
Two make like Tuesday.
to sign checks with Southwest Bank.
I would like to move that we approve Mr. Tuneman to sign checks with Southwest Bank as treasurer.
Second that motion. Motion has been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion has been passed.
Next next scheduled regular meeting is Monday, July 21st at 5 p.m. Call the meeting to order at 6:47. Any citizen comment? None? Review, discuss, and approval of the May District Number 2 regular meeting minutes.
Move that we approve the May District 2 regular meeting minutes as provided.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the May District Number 2 regular meeting minutes. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion is passed. Next item on the agenda, recess for executive session. Do we need a recess?
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll be recessing for executive session at 6:48.
We reset. We're staying.